Hi guys, good evening. Filming this after a long day of working and kind of wanted to focus today on an artist that I actually really like. and I mean, I've been filming a lot of videos of books that I'm selling, but I thought today maybe I'll focus on a book that I really like. It's a contemporary artist called Jonas Wood. I know he's in his late 40s. I know he's based in LA, and similar to me, he has a Japanese wife. Um, so today, I think for a change, I'll switch to one of my favorite books, Jonas Wood. I have not spent that much time on this book. There are certain sections which I really like. Hopefully the light setting is okay. I apologize if there are too many shadows. Um, but I will make the occasional comment as usual. And you can tell straight away, David Hockney's here, Larry Bird, and basketball. I'm a huge basketball fan. I guess I grew up in the '80s, and I watched Michael Jordan and Larry Bird. So seeing an artist actually draw this kind of topic, is kind of a breath of fresh air. And you can also tell his influences, like Matisse. You'll see it a bit later in some of his artwork. And also his wife is what do you say, a potterist? Does that make sense? Somebody who makes pots. She makes these lovely pots. I'll put a link at the end of this, guys, so you can see some of her artwork. I did used to collect a lot of basketball cards, and Jonas has spent time drawing basketball cards and also boxes, like that's Marvin Hagler, and boxing scenes. So it's really you can sense maybe that I'm already quite excited to share this one because here's Picasso, and I don't know who that is. It's kind of exciting to see somebody with a different vision. I mean, here's tennis courts. Hopefully he does an exhibition in Japan. I should Google that because, as I mentioned, his wife is Japanese, so I'm sure he comes here from time to time. Anyway, I think a lot of these pictures will be in the following pages, so I'm not going to spend that much time talking in depth about these. It does have quite a long essay here. And the interesting thing is that before choosing this book, I was going to choose a book by Philip Guston, and here he is, like Philip Guston. So maybe when I started to look at Jonas Wood's work, maybe I had also looked at Guston. I've bought quite a few of his books, which I absolutely love. And maybe it was just that period of my life where I was really interested in drawing watercolors. Anyway, I'm very interested in reading this. As usual by now, I haven't. But today's a rainy day here in Japan, and I was planning on going for a walk, but instead I thought I would flip through this book, and also I have one more book to flip through tonight, which hopefully I will upload. Now this book, as I mentioned, is called Drawings, so basically it's full of pencil drawings mainly. Momo and Shiho, who I think his wife is Shiho. Anyway, don't know if you guys have tried to draw trees, but I think for me at least it's very difficult to make them interesting. But he has a unique take on trees. I don't mind these at all, and the playful design of the pottery. I don't know if these are actually based on like real pottery that his wife makes. Not entirely sure. But I would say he does a really good job at creating some type of space or like curvature. I think he does a pretty good job. I like this one. Yeah, and I grew up on, maybe like a lot of people from the early 80s, I grew up on comic books and watching comics, so I do like a lot of these kind of, you know, funny artist. I don't even think I'm describing it properly, but someone with a sense of humor is, and someone that reminds me of our childhood is always nice. That table reminds me of Hockney. Don't know how big these paintings are or these drawings are, but it definitely takes a lot of patience to draw wood like that and to draw individual leaves. His cat's funny. Don't know if you've seen Jonas Woods' work before, but do drop me a comment and let me know if you like it. I think he's a great artist. So colorful. I mean, it's pretty unique for somebody to draw tennis courts. Slassinger. Haven't heard that brand for a long time. It's not very big here in Japan. This particular picture was drawn by Darren Bader, Seth Rogan, and Jonas Wood. So I guess I didn't know. I mean, Seth Rogan. That would kind of make sense. Seth Rogan has popped up in a few podcasts or YouTube clips recently, and I know he also makes pottery. So maybe maybe that's the way that they know each other. I have no idea. Anyway, just guessing. That's definitely an influence from Matisse, right? I mean, it's called Matisse Pot. I really like the way he draws people and the different angles. I think that's a mirror back there, and that would make sense, but he really fills out the page. Like there are some wind chimes back here. There are a couple of dots up here. I think he does a great job at filling the page, and that cat is amazing. Again, I think that a picture like this could be quite boring in somebody else's hands, but I think he does a great job at filling up the spaces to make it kind of interesting. Even this vase here with all the different lines. Must take a lot of patience to draw these types of paintings. That's a great one. Yeah, I think his use of color is amazing. And also the work, the angles. Okay, that would be him. Kind of looks like watercolor or Indian ink. Yeah, this is kind of funny, where he starts drawing like wrestlers and boxers, and I just love his faces. I mean, I like that there's an artist there who kind of follows his interest and he's not scared to paint. I mean, that's Marvin Hagler and Tommy Hearns. Looks like a very young Moses Malone. That's great. I have tried doing watercolors of houses before. It's interesting to see how people paint gardens. In this case, I mean, blotches of green, different blotches and shades, and some kind of ochre. Very interesting to see how people fill up spaces. I mean, I don't know what to think about somebody who paints basketballs. He must have a lot of free time, I guess. There's Picasso. This one is JSW. I don't know if that's Jonas Wood. I don't remember him having long hair, but maybe he used to have long hair. I know that's his wife, Shio. It would be Kevin McHale. Yeah, I love these pictures. I mean, Larry Bird. That would be watercolor and pencil, I guess. We're getting towards the end. Have you seen his work before? What do you think? I've got a couple of his other books. I may go through them at a later stage. This is the first book of his that I bought. Yeah, it's a kind of art book that you look at and you know, if you do like drawing, then I think you can get inspired by this type of book because it reminds you that you can kind of, it doesn't matter what you draw really, as long as you have your own style. I mean, you may not end up being as popular as this guy, but that's also okay. I mean, he's drawing portraitures of Yao Ming and the parrot. Here's Hockney. I think I filmed Hockney yesterday and I uploaded it yesterday as well. So somehow my interests are all kind of circular. And just looking at it, he does use a lot of gouache, acrylic ink, colored pencils, gouache ink, graphite, crayon, pen on paper, acrylic ink. Anyway, that's it for this book. This was published by Karma Books, edition of 2500. Okay, I had no idea. Anyway, let me know what you think. This one is Jonas Wood Drawings 2003 to 2023. Wow, I had no idea that this covered a 20-year period. Anyway, have a good evening.